quite an eventful week in lore. Let's take a look. This week we said goodbye to Vidra and Rusty, but no worries, they're moving on to even better adventures. Let's check in with the team to say goodbye and wish them luck.
We got Ainomiko all the way over there, Nythera right here, Glycel obviously, Artix obviously, Sentry, and Charfade is wielding the blade of Terror.
She's ready.
And Rakan's over there.
With what you're gonna go do, I think this is gonna give you a little bit of a buff, and you might have to say family friendly one more time.
Oh no!
Everybody, congratulations, Vidra.
I'm gonna clap myself.
You should. Well done.
Yay, Rusty!
Vidra is moving on to new adventures, and we're gonna miss her so much, and we're so proud of her.
It's a good deal. It's awesome.
The Friday the 13th war has ended. Some players calling it the best war yet. Let's see what Corrin has to say.
Frostball won by 1%. Yeah, people weren't really digging it this year, which I guess I don't blame them. That's something we really need to... We really gotta adjust.
The Battle on Siege war reached 100% and the war is over. The team apologizes for the bugs. They worked very hard to fix them as soon as possible. This map will still be around for just a little while.
Hey Artix, seeing as you guys missed the Taco Axe window this year on Taco Day, can we get it in shop before New Year's?
I will not be able to bring the taco
I don't think
in
so.
time.
No.
We'll have to taco about it next. We can do taco. We will definitely. Just do me a favor. 1 month before Taco Day, start the Taco Day revolution. If you do this, I'll back it. I'll flare it up, and we will have the best Taco Day and kick it off from now on. 1 month before Taco Day, spring the rain.
Visit Blizzy and Battlon. The 2019 Frostfell collection is here for a limited time. Seasonal daily treasure chests are here as well.
Did you catch the lunch thief?
There was a lunch thief?
There's been a lunch thief for a while.
Where?
There's been a lunch thief for a while. I think it's a mix of a few people, because I've heard of Titan doing it. I've heard of Strike doing it.
What happened? I've never heard of this.
Just people walking into the fridge and taking lunches.
Now I'm scared to put my lunch in there.
Okay, serious question. What's been up with the servers? Have you guys been doing stuff? Yeah, I'd give you an honest feedback to that. And the danger of even talking about this is it creates attention, and attention seems to be what people who attack crave. So one, we had gotten that insane, I don't remember what the exact number was. It was 1,500 now servers attacks over that first quarter of the year, and it was really bad. So we did end up contacting lawyers and reaching out to people, and surprise, we had absolute silence, not a single attack for months. And then we got one or two little flea bite ones, which was not by the same people, and we were like, oh, okay, that's fine. And we have these new defenses, so those things held. We have 3 types of defenses that we use for the servers. And because we have so many games, so many old systems, and so many interlinked systems, people who are far more familiar with our things have been involved in some of the more sophisticated attacks previously. Doesn't matter how heavy the armor is, if you have a spot that bends, you can get an arrow through the spot that bends. I know that players notice when we have the attacks on the servers, but what you don't notice are the continuous attacks that happen that don't actually affect any play. Those get mitigated. It's the really bad ones that slip through these cracks that are harder to patch. And 2, we actually had this really awesome defense that seemed like it was working, but it was actually creating packet loss for regular players, and that was a bad problem for AdventureQuest 3D that we just thought we were getting more attacks, so, or at least we thought they were being mitigated. So we got rid of that company and we got another company, and like they were really, really coming at us. But then again, we reached out and we got the lawyers. The attacks being used were the same as what was being used at the beginning of the year, the more effective ones. So it was like those people kind of came back and they were posting things publicly online that like had their name on it. So we were like, what the heck are they thinking? But we also noticed during the holidays when like basically the school breaks happened, like, you know, after midterms, we saw a surge, and then things quieted down when school started again. And then when people come up out of break, bam, like it's everybody back again. And it's seasonal. It's seasonal because what happens is everybody gets off school and they're like, hey, we're bored. Let's go, I don't know, attack game servers. And this is like way too much information. I'm gonna throw it all out there because maybe people don't know how much we know. What happens is when we like are forced to go in and start taking action, they all roll over on each other. Every single one of them tells on the other one, and they don't know that they're doing it. Like they all do it. There's like this group in Brazil, and there's this like guy in Denmark, and this group in the UK, and like all these people that are like not technically related, but through these back channels they are related. Some of them are like coordinated attacks, and some of them like these guys were talking about it and these guys started doing it and these guys started doing it and back, and this group has some guys in it that stole accounts from this guy, and this guy attacked the servers because his account was stolen and didn't think player support was reacting fast enough. And well, I'm not saying they're all school kids. I'm just saying that the seasonality of it, like it's very...
People are pretty confident when they're anonymous. And I guess once they get found out, it's quick to point fingers. And
anyways, attacks could be worse. Things have been getting better. They're going to have to keep getting better. We're just going to have to keep building better and more sophisticated things. And I wish that we had been able to allocate a large amount of that defense time onto the actual building of the game. Because every time there's hacks, exploits, denial of service attacks, any kind of vulnerability, all of our resource power gets shifted over to that. Everything gets bumped. And you guys, you know, of course, are like, well, why didn't you do this and fix this in the game? And we're like, well, we were, and then we had to go do this other thing. And then it runs you down, and you got to get back up and do it anyways.
In the next update, an Arctics NPC will be in Battleon with a gift box shop. There will be a gift box weapon free for everyone, and one for Guardians as well. You will also be able to hold and wield your gift box weapon until it opens on New Year's Eve, giving us a surprise gift. Beta Berserker class will be coming out soon. It's currently on the PTR server. Darkon's birthday is December 22nd, so we should be seeing his shop soon as well. Camp Gonna Getcha and Fleshette's Dungeon will be gone next update. And the Dragon Crystal sale ends January 6th.
And the scaling thing, we're going to change the way scaling works. So you don't scale to the level of the dungeon anymore. The dungeon will scale to your level. It's going to be a vast improvement. It also means we can have rewards scale to your level, so we can have a world loot table, so items will just drop that will always be good for you no matter what level you are. PvP! Update old areas and security. Game will keep getting better. We want to take it out of early access, have a big special launch event, and like do it with a bang. We have two really big releases. Well, one really big one, which is the final part of Darkovia, which spans the werewolf section, and then of course the grand finale. So, when's it gonna happen? I don't know. I think we're gonna kick off the main story first, and then wrap around and finish that one up, and then we're gonna have to go and regut and fix everything with this new, the new item table thing that's gonna drop the reward weapons and power. So if 2019 taught us anything, is everything takes about 10 times longer than you think it's going to take to do.
That's true.
The secret to doing anything is you have to be persistent as freaking heck. Things do not go as planned. Things get like curveballed at you. You end up dealing with gosh knows what, and you have to keep going. Rule 1, always make the next thing you do better than the last thing you did. Rule number 2, never give up. Rule number 3, when all else fails and goes to absolute heck, go back to rule number 1. That's it. Over and over until you win.